Good morning again, everybody. Yeah, it's me again, Old Staff Sergeant Johnson, United States Marine Corps, Kilo Company 33, your old country preacher, coming at you again this morning with some news and truth and some personal opinions, and I just want to share some things with you. First of all, I rep myself from Kilo Company 33. That's the company I was served with in Vietnam. And the reason why I say that is, first of all, to honor our brothers that I served with, and also my brothers who did not make it home. I even honor their families. So I reference myself as from Kilo Company 33. And very proud to say that, to honor my fellow brothers and to recognize them. That's a special place in my heart. And that's the reason why I say that what I do. Kilo Company 33. My brothers in arms, and some of them didn't make it home, and we're still in patrol looking for them. Anyway, I want to share a tidbit with you. Just kind of let you know one reason why I say that. But, I've been trying to do a mixture of Bible studies and things from the Bible, along with some political agendas and things like that. And I find a need to do that. One is to kind of like the people that, for some reason, I missed something on the news, and just recollect some of the people who like to bury their heads in the sand, and for the others who vote for this administration to provide them for what they voted for. But more or less because I'm American, I'm a serviceman who served our country. And these are not the same Americans that a lot of us fought and a lot of them died for. They're changing our country. They're trying to change our very laws and things that govern our country. Rights that we have. They're given to us by the forefathers of our country. For much more than the ones we got in office right now. That's for sure. Sad day of America. That the Republicans sold us out. Those 14 rhinos who sold us out on the Second Amendment and voted with the Democrats have a law passed to take away our Second Amendment rights. These people are not worthy to be called Republicans. In some cases, to me, some of these people are not worthy to be called Americans. Because you sure can't say they're fighting for all Americans. Because the national polls will show you that most Americans do not want any changes to the Second Amendment. They want the laws that are on the books already to be enforced. They want the criminals who are out there cause hate discontent to be caught and tried and convicted. It's kind of hard to do when you got an administration that's crooked, barefishness, and breaks the law every day, blatantly. No wonder we have rioting in the streets. Black Lives Matter running rampant through the major cities. Major killings going all over the world. All over the United States. And they want to blame it on the Second Amendment. These people know that these things are going to happen because social media prints it out. But yet, they want to take our weapons. Before even that law got it passed, they told those that come out and said there were going to be more killings and more murders. But yet they tell us that this is supposed to put a stop to it. The lies. It continues every day that this administration, this office, the lies. And the daddy of all big lies is Joe Biden. You got people up there that are so mentally incompetent they're supposed to be making laws for these United States, breaking the law and walk away clear as day could be. Telling people to go out and write. Go out and search out people. The Supreme Court justices. Tell them to do harm to them. Tell them to go after all the Republicans. Right now, you got these thugs out there that believes they're hiring for all this Roe versus Wade, and how it was overturned. Now they want to turn on to average American people who are Republicans. The centers that protects women who want to have their babies and have a means to help to support them to do that. Oh yeah. Anything and everything. They give them a reason that they can go out there and write. And the insurrection that they're pulling is right now is what's sickening. But yet you've got a committee on January 6th up there that wants to try to hammer Donald Trump, who is strictly innocent of it, and the people who want to exercise their rights. But now you got a thugs going right now into the Capitol buildings of other states, pulling the same things, but no one's screaming to high heavens on that. You got AOC and his other guy, Joe Biden. Samantha Bee, Nancy Pelosi, Schumer, all of them calling for people to write and go to the justices' houses and cry out body harm to them. But yet, these people walk away scot-free. Now that it's said or done, no one's going to do them, especially not from the White House. Samantha Bee. We should have to raise hell in our cities in Washington, D.C. In every restaurant, just Aldo eats and the rest of his life, because if the Republicans have made our lives a living hell, it's time to return the favor. Be responded. Now let me tell you something. There's two ways of making life a living hell. They're going to keep pushing this narrative and people are going to get killed. You got Southern Americans that are not going to stand by and be brutally beat up, life put in danger by a bunch of thugs that got the blessing of the government to go out and do these things. People are going to get killed. Plain and simple. They're going to get killed. They're going to cause other Americans to go out and get killed. Because all they got to do is set up, all they need to do is want to do is stand up and make themselves look so great, and that they're pushing for such an agenda that's so good and godly, they're going to get Americans killed. Right now, these United States are so on the verge of a civil war, it's pathetic. But yet you still got a political party pushing it. Not only with this Wade overturned, but the fact that the Second Amendment rights of guns have been taken away. There's no reason. I mean, you look at what's going on in the United States right now. You got right now going against parents who stand up in the children for their kids at school. You got Waters who stands up and calls out, blatantly calls out for the black community to go against the white people. You got this administration that preaches that the white people are the problems of the black people, which is totally a lie. Now, God made us white, like He made them black. Now, if they got a problem being called black, then they need to talk to God. If they got a problem being white, they got to talk to God, because I didn't call it. They're pushing this narrative down the throats of American people to cause hate, discontent, and cause havoc in the United States, and they're doing it, and they're getting by with it. Just because we call to be Republicans, some of us, and a lot of conservatives and patriots, and you got the Tea Party, they call us un-American. They said that we're the problem. Call us terrorists. You got so-called presidents, a bozo, an idiot, said, but that we're the problem. This is what's coming out of Washington, D.C. right now that's causing the whole world to laugh at us. You got a so-called president give everything back to China, sell us out completely, could change the way the economy is right now, but refuses to do it because of the social agenda. See, the one reason why they want your weapons is you cannot protect your homes. Because they got an open border and anything, everything come across that border. All the criminals that come across there, and terrorists come across there. Look at the amount of diseases that come across there. Everything. Come across the border. You got a political party right now that wants to pay people to stay at home and not go to work. To complain that the Mexicans and the Hispanics are taking their jobs. One reason why they're taking jobs is because some Americans are not stepping up to taking them. Because they pay more to stay at home. You got Mexican people come here and say, yeah, I need a job, I want to work. I came here. I came here to work to better my family, and they go to work. And you got some lame duck Americans that sit on their butts and say, I won't go to work because I'm making more money staying home. And you got people like AOC bragging about it and telling what a good job they're doing by sitting home on their ass. Go figure that. But then they want to talk about the unemployment. It's looking so better. The unemployment's looking great. Yeah, the ones that are taking the jobs is the Mexicans come over here and they're going to work. No wonder the unemployment's looking better. Not exactly a true picture. Maxine Waters is always committed to bringing hate discontent between the white and the black Americans. She's a racist. When you got a black congresswoman, senator, whoever, start calling about we gotta make them pay and we gotta stand and go right here, right there. That's racist from the beginning. They do it for hate and discontent in American. Our infrastructure, everything, even the very halls of our justice right now are being brutally overtaken by thugs and people who're supposed to be Americans, but yet they won't go back to January 6th. But you got all these women and all these other people going out and protesting and not doing body harm, and their thugs go along with them. They're supposed to be American, but yet we're the problem. The Republicans are not out rioting right now. We're not out burning nothing. Neither is the conservatives. The one who's doing it is these Democrats, and they're thugs. And I got charged for George Bush, the former president of the United States, stood up and called me a terrorist. That dummy. I'd like to look him right to his face. And I'll tell him, sir, you call me a terrorist, you're a liar, and the truth ain't in you, and you need to be deported as a man without a country. We got a bunch of dirt bags. That's what they are. A bunch of dirt bags out trying to change our structure, our way of life. Trying to change the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, everything. Because they think that they can do it and get by with it. But the thing about it is getting by because you've got a Democrat Party that's in charge right now that's let everything happen. You got right now senators and congressmen right now that worry about if they're going to get reelected again. And they're praying that we have another election in which is stolen. They're praying that everything will happen so that there'll be another election and that the Democrats will stay in power because of a cheating, low-down way. And you better believe they're trying to pull it. And all your social medias, when it's said, they don't want to hear it, they'll cut you off. So there's a good chance that you won't hear this video. That's a fact. Supposed to be the land of the free, where you have free speech. If you defend these constitutions, you went off of your country. Right now they're calling you, you're telling you you're part of the problem, that you're a terrorist and everything else. Joe Biden right now is calling for the oil companies to lower the prices. Quit, like it's the oil companies that's jousting the American people. Now, if you got any thought of sense at all, you know that since they allow the oil companies to become a part of Wall Street, that took away your cheap gas. Because you used to have a gas wars. And I told you that I remember when I pumped gas for $0.25 a gallon. When they allowed them to go in and be on Wall Street, it changed everything. Because they want to get a part of the Wall Street community who can sell oil throughout the world. Well, we're not seeing oil run out to the world right now. But Joe Biden is telling the oil companies and the people who are selling the oil out here, you need to go down your prices. And he won't come up with 18 cents tax relief for about 3 months. That's going to do good for about 3 months. But what after that? And that oil that's cut down 3 cents, 18 cents, is not the same price as we were paying when Donald Trump was president. And they sure ain't going to cure our problem. What's going to cure our problem is for Joe Biden and these idiots to get out of office. Get some real Americans in power that's going to work for the American people. For every American people, including the Democrats. These Democrats that stand up there, right now, they're going through the whole thing the same way we are right now. Joe Biden stepped on the line and telling that everybody's fault except his. Oh, yeah. He stood up and called straight out that the Republicans, that we're the ones that calling he's the problem for the gas prices and the economy the way it is. Well, it's the truth. But he keeps on saying that he stand up there and say, I'm tired of people saying I'm the problem, I'm the problem. I'm not the problem. Putin's the problem. The war in Ukraine's the problem. The Republicans the problem. And if the Democrat people are buying that, they ain't got a lick of sense. But I got news for Mr. Biden. Not all your Democrat people are stupid. There's some of them are intelligent. And your Republicans and your conservatives, and all of them, your constitutionists, they're not buying it. Joe Biden is a crook. He's a liar. He's in the hip pocket of China, along with his son. Remember, he told us that, oh, China, these are our friends. You don't have to worry about them in your election. They're great people. The average American not buying anything right now. That's mostly what you buy is made in China. We're supporting their regime. We're paying their bills. When President Trump was in office, the companies started coming back to America, want to put people to work. And they did. Joe Biden come in, he said the job's right back. That's your land of the free, Joe, you bozo. He should be marked with treason. Anytime you do not apply the laws that are already on the books, and you break the laws yourself, and you put the well-being and security of your American people at risk, that is treason. You got people like Pelosi, Schumer, Schmidt, Harris, on a part of it. Schmidt. They should all be brought before as treasoners. Treason against the government. They charged, proven guilty, and taken out and hanged by the neck. You got Waters, AOC, put them right in with the whole group. Right now, they got these United States in such a bad shape. The only way that we're going to get back a law and order, that is for people to die on the streets. That's how bad it's got. Because he can say, will you please stop breaking the law? Will you please stop looting and burn down these buildings? Will you please stop hurting people? I know that you have a right to vote, to write, and you're only speaking your opinion. I know that, but will you please stop it? Give me a break. These people only understand one thing. Deadly force. Now, you know, some people, oh, you should have said that. You're so racist. You're so, like I see news for you. You got your head shoved for the ass that you don't want to see daylight. The fact of the matter is, these people out there to hurt you. They don't care who you are or what you are. You got a bunch of thugs that tackle a woman, a pregnant woman. You got a preacher, a street preacher, don't hurt nobody. But the thugs grabbed him, threw him up, hurt him, beat him up, and tore up his Bible. You got white Americans sitting in a restaurant trying to eat a decent meal, and you got these thugs coming in, spitting in their food, harassing them. But these are our rights. This is our freedom. This is a form of government who expects us to live by it and to condone it. Right now, it's not even safe to go to the grocery store, much less to the service station. You can't go on down on the highway because they might want to start blocking the interstate and going out and taking thugs and beating up your car and the people in it. Oh yeah. You got to stop at the interstates right now, taking thugs and beating up cars and people inside the cars. But what? Nothing said by the Biden administration. The chief law enforcement of the United States is not saying anything. The only thing this is, you go out there and arrest those moms and dads that are standing up against the school boards. You go arrest them. That's the joke. Right now, the most of people in America are wanting just a few things. Their freedom. Some good, solid Americans are not lazy asses. They want to work. They want to earn a paycheck. They want to buy food for their families and take care of their bills and live what Americans are supposed to live. The way they've become accustomed to used to be able to live. But we're not living that way now. Right now, the Biden administration has been busted for what they want to teach in our schools, diverting money from what was in the schools for COVID-19. They took it and added it into their Green Deal. But yet, They want to hurt moms and dads to go out and stand up in front of the board of education and tell them what they're wrong. The Biden administration don't want to take the schools to teach kids mathematics and English, civics. No, they want to teach them how to be. They should be ashamed for being white, woke. They want to know how great it is to be a lesbian, a gay. They want to take that into our kids. That's their agenda. To brainwash the kids. They took the power out of school. They took the Ten Commandments out of school. You can't read the Bible out of school. But yet they replaced it with what? Everything is abomination in the eyes of God. But yet the parents are wrong. They want to teach our kids that abortion is the greatest thing since peanut butter. Been a socialist. That is what the agenda is right now in these United States under this administration. I'm making no qualms about being very vocal about what it is and upset about it. And as an American, I have a right to be upset. So don't no fool tell me that I don't have a right. You come to tell me that in my face, I don't have a right. Guess what? We're going to fight. I'll let you know that right now. We're going to fight. I fought for these rights before. There's some of us military men who are still willing to fight today. And some of them don't. I tell you what, you're a former man, a military man, you don't have balls to stand up for your country. You deserve what you get. Apparently you forgot your oath. In our country, guess what? All enemies foreign and domestic. What a neighbor we got now. We don't have to worry about another country coming in and invading us. Not as long as we got our weapons. That's one of the reasons why the United States has been strong for all these years. That nobody wants to come into our borders. Is because they know American people are armed and that they know they're going to have a fight on their hands. But you got an administration that wants to rape us with that. And they're doing it. And you got some rhinos who are supposed to be God-fearing American Republicans step right and go along with them. These people need to be loaded with the rest of them as being treason and put before a court, found guilty on the merits of what we've been seeing right now. There's enough evidence right now to prove that they are traitors, and take them out and hang them. That's the way it is. That's the way it used to be. See, what they want to do to the people that are true Americans, that stands by the Constitution, we're the problem now. We're the ones that are raising hate and discontent. And like I said, you don't see conservatives, you don't see Republicans out there rioting, burning down the cities, killing people. Even January 6th, no one was shot and killed by a demonstrator to anyone in the Capitol. Not one person was shot and killed. But there was a person who rioting there that went through the window. A white woman, was shot and killed by a black man who dropped his pistol, ran off, and they took it. Well, we did an investigation. It was a just killing, which that's a lie. I've got a question. Let's reverse. seeing that that guard that did to kill him was white. And that person that come through the window was black, a woman. Would the outcome be any different? That's something to think about. Putin is not the fault of our gas going up. Ukraine is not the fault of our gas going up. They're not the fault for our economy to be in the shape it's in. And whatever they give to Ukraine, it's not the reason why we're going to stores where you can't find anything. Or you can't buy baby formula. Or it's causing you so ungodly out of it. Right now, I said it before, you got American people right now loading up credit cards trying to survive. You got senior citizens who are not surviving. We got senior citizens eating dog food. Scraping on what they can get just to be able to afford their meds and try to keep their a place to live out of the cold or the heat. What about those people, Joe Biden? You got these people right now, we got coming up a winter time that is going to be horrible. That people will be able to buy fuel to keep warm. For that senior citizen, they can't find oil, can't afford it, that freezes to death in their home. What about that family that can't afford oil and that baby dies in a home because they can't keep oil in and they're freezing to death? What about that, Joe Biden? Clown. I'm upset, yes. I wonder how many more of the American people are upset. How many more are willing to take a stand and say, hey, call your congressmen and your senators upset enough to do that? I have. Right now, the best way to control it right now is to let our elected officials know, you don't vote the right way, we're going to replace you. You need to get the voting record on everyone that's in office right now and look how they voted for. See if it goes along with your agenda, not theirs. Not Joe Biden's agenda and not only social agenda, but the agenda of us good American people. People who's supposed to be Christians. Who's supposed to be set up for the right thing. We're supposed to be able to stand up for our rights. To attend our churches. To read our Bibles. To protect our homes. To be able to feed our families. American people right now used to be, you go on vacation, that you can take it, spend a little time with your family, do something, enjoy life. You can't do it now. You can't enjoy life. You can't go out on vacation. Why? Because you can't afford it. Unless you're almost independently wealthy. You got some Americans don't care about wanting to go on a vacation. All they want to do is raise hate and resentment and spread socialism. John Kennedy, Senator for Louisiana. One of the best Americans I've ever heard talk. I like it because he used plain words. He said, these people right now are hurting so bad, they're spitting up bones. The American people are hurting. But you got a government that's worried more about taking your Second Amendment rights, about going out hurting people, rioting, breaking the law, You know, and then look at it, folks. We got laws right now that govern the borders. You got laws right now that you're not supposed to raise hate, discontent, say things. If you're a member of Congress, that would incite riots and hurting the people. Those laws protect that. You got laws to protect our justices. Where's that at? The laws are supposed to govern people who talk openly, talk about it, instigating it. Laws against that. What's happening now? Nothing. This is the worst time that the United States has ever been in. Worse than the Depression. From what I can read and what my parents have told me. And I look about what they told me. Right now it's getting worse than then. They got right now, you got a government that says, because you don't agree with his agenda. Joe Biden said, because we do not agree with his agenda, that we're the problem. Our agenda is the Constitution of the United States. That's our agenda. As free Americans, that's our agenda. But what they want to do right now, Joe Biden and his administration and all these fake news want to take our freedom of speech. That we're so second-class citizens, we don't have the right for our freedom of speech. Now they're taking away our guns because we're second-rate citizens that we don't have a right to defend our home and our country. They thought that, I've already said, well, we were so afraid that Donald Trump was going to be a dictator. What in the hell, in the name of God, you think you got now? Are people so blind and stupid and dumbasses, they can't understand what we got? Oh, you got your head so far down the sand that you don't want to look at it because you're thinking hopefully it'll go away. But it ain't going to go away, people. It will not go away. Right now, there's no solution that they want to look at. For the very things that needs to be done to get our country back on track, where people can live and try to get ourselves out of this hole. Go against everything that Green Deal's got going. One way we want to get our economy back on is open up the pipelines. Take the handcuffs off the oil industry. I say this for Joe Biden. He could have stopped by and speak to the oil companies that came up to the White House to talk. He got them off. He snubbed them. He didn't care enough to go by and talk to them. Well, if he didn't care enough to go by, does he really care about our oil prices? Because he can stand up and blame the Republicans, Donald Trump, Putin, and anybody else. And we are so stupid and dumb that we believe that now. You know what I mean? Right now, what needs to be done is to impeach him, Harris, Pelosi, Schumer, and some of these other idiots, and get them out of office. Put them out and put people in there that will take and work for the benefit of the United States. I ain't talking about a coup. I'm talking about by the law. Put them out on the streets. and take away their retirement and not all the things that are going to live good off the government by being fired from their job. An average American gets fired from his job, he don't get a pension. He don't get health care or anything else except the bricks. But that's the same good enough for our elected officials. If it's good for the average American, it's good for them. I said it before. All these people say, I'm going to work for the benefit of the American people. I'm working for my constituents. Okay, that's good. Now, if you really want to prove that to me, then you take a minimum wage. You have your health care being Medicare. You have Social Security as your retirement. And keep your hands out of other people's pockets. And keep your hands open from taking all this special interest money. If you want to be proven that you work for the American people. And another thing, too, if that's the case, the whole community needs to stand up and vote against a pay raise for themselves. Plain simple. You want to prove to me that you want to work for the American people? Let's see how dedicated you are. One reason why now people go into politics is to make more money. Because you get in Washington, D.C., you hold your hand up long enough, somebody's going to put something in it. Me, I put something else in it. It ain't money. Some of them call it bullshit. But you take right out of the field. I like to go right down to the whole Congress right now with a bag, with a wagon full of bullshit. When they open their hands, just give them a handful. Because that's what they're doing for the American people. They ain't giving us nothing. They're not sure enough about working for us. You got first good Republicans, Constitutionists, Green Tea Party, solid Americans. Get in touch with your Republican representatives. Tell them to knock off the bullshit. Get in touch with the Democrats. Tell them I didn't vote for you and I will not vote for you, but I will damn sure try to get you out of office. Let them know where you stand. We got to force their feet to do something about this administration that's in charge. Because I got news for you. Between now and the year 2024, it's going to be some rough roads. You see the things are changing right now so quick in front of your face, how much more it's going to change by the time the next presidential election comes up. I'm sure there's some good people who don't like me talking about our elected officials being treasonous and how we should take them out and hang them after being tried in a court. My memory serves me correct. I still have a right to freedom of speech, right to my opinion. These fools think they have enough right to tell me that I should praise the gays and cater to the abortionists. They have the right to say that, tell me that to me. I got the right to say, hey, no, you take that stuff and shove it up where the sun don't shine. Sometimes I wait to see if I get a knock at the door. I make no qualms about it. I'm an American. I believe in the American way of life. I believe in the defender of this country. I believe in that flag. I believe what it stands for. I believe for the men and women who fought and died for it and died. The blood was shed for that flag and for these United States. I have not forgotten my brothers who fell for it and gave their life for it. And I'll never forget them. But it's a sad state that we got a country that's forgot about them. Forgot about the veterans who fell in combat for these constitutions, for our rights. Why they won't even take time to get on the floor of the rotunda at the Capitol to say a prayer for them or their families or the police officers who serve our country. Sad state of affairs. Sad state of affairs we got. Veterans are living on the street, but yet they want to cater to the illegal immigrants. Right now, it's a sad state of affairs. Our military people don't have enough money to live on, but yet they serve our country. Have a hard time buying food for the family. Yeah. Sad state that our senior citizens have to live the way they are. Yeah. But yet, we're the problem of we're the enemy of the state. I make no qualms of who I am or what I am. I'm a God-fearing man. I'm still an old Marine, and I'm a minister of the gospel. That's who I am. I hope it'll be next time. I hope some weird chance that Facebook might let this video go. I don't know. Or they won't censor me like they have been in the past. I'm going to try to put it on my YouTube page. That's JB Johnson. There might be a few on there. You might have to search for me, but I'm there. Until next time, God bless you. I'm praying for you. You pray for me. As I say before, read your Bible, pray. Seek the will of the Lord. Pray for our nation. We really need it. Till next time, God bless you. By the way, I love you.